What's going down? This is your man Don T of Don T Records Music Group, and today I want to talk about my top 5 vocal plugins. That's right, my top 5 vocal plugins. Now check this out. These vocal plugins you'll probably find on all my vocal chains, probably about 90 to 95% of the time, because I do occasionally change things out depending on the vocal source. But for the most part, you'll find these plugins on my vocal chain. Now these plugins, of course, they're universal. That means you could put them on any style of vocal, whether it be R&B, hip hop, which I do a lot of, gospel, pop, rock, whatever you put it on, it's going to sound good. Trust me, okay? So without further ado, let's go ahead and jump into it as I explain to you how I like to use them, where I use them in my chain, and I'll give you some audio sources or audio examples of what the plugins are doing. So you already know what to do. Go ahead and hit that like and subscribe button, notification button. So when I do drop some more content, you can be notified and come on by and get this good content. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into it. I had to throw that in there. Let's go ahead and jump into it. All right, so this song right here is called Heart Down by Michino featuring Naya and Deja. Two fabulous singers. You got to hear them. And I do plan to do a mixed breakdown on this song itself. But today, we're just going to talk about the vocal chain. All right, so we'll play the hook of the song real quick, and right now, if you look at the hook right here, we got the hook 1, and I do have Auto-Tune Pro on there, the Pro Q3 1176, that's a FET compressor, Spectre, Kirchhoff EQ, and I have a de-esser, RVox, Soothe 2, Saturn, and the Pro L2 limiter. All right, so let's go ahead and take a listen to it, and then I will give you my top 5. All right, let's check it out.
Heart down, I'm talking flatline. Heart down, where is life? How can I breathe again? Tell me, how can I breathe again? How can I breathe again? How can I breathe again? Lord, won't you?
All right, so there you go. That's the hook. All right, so check it out. My number 5 plugin, and I'm going to go from 5 to 1. I like to go in that order instead of jumping straight to my number 1. I like to start at number 5. So my number 5 plugin is the Saturn. All right, so this is Fabfilter Saturn 2, okay? Now, this is a distortion and saturation plugin with 28 different distortion styles, man. And so if you go right here, and I'm not doing a breakdown of this plugin, I'm just kind of going through it so you can see what I'm talking about. So you got various types of distortions and saturations in this plugin. It also has a multi-band feature where you can see right here, you can add different bands so that you can just focus on those bands and target those bands. You can actually do up to 6 separately. And I like this because this plugin adds extra warmth and smoothness to my vocals, and it kind of like smooth things out, even things out for me. So you might say it adds a creamy, polished sound, if you say. So let's take a listen and check out what the plugin is doing.
Heart down, I'm talking flatline. Heart down, where is life?
Okay, I'm about to bypass it so you can kind of hear what actually happens to the vocal when I turn it off. And also with the Fabfilter plugins, I love the display. I mean, the display is awesome. You can see what's going on with your audio signal with this frequency analyzer here. You can just see it, and that's awesome. Not only hear it, but see it, and I love it. So I'm about to bypass this, and then I'll turn it back on so you can check it out.
Heart down, I'm talking flatline. Heart down, where is
So if you were listening, I don't know what you're listening on, but it kind of pushed my vocal out. It got creamy, it got warmer, it kind of smoothed it out, and it just does what it does. And I just love this plugin. Also, I like to put it on high quality when I'm using it. It actually sounds a whole lot better on high quality, and I like to use a warm tape. All right, so let's go to my plugin number 4, and I'm gonna have to change sections because I didn't use that plugin on this vocal itself. I replaced it with another plugin by Auto Tune, or you know what I'm talking about. So I replaced that plugin. So my number 5 plugin is, where we at? Right here. Let's start up here. All right, so my top 5 plugin, my number 4 plugin, come on, let's get it right. So my number 4 plugin is the Fabfilter Pro de-esser, okay? Now this is a highly intelligent, transparent de-esser, which I use to control the sibilance of a vocal. And I love the real-time de-essing display, where you can kind of see everything. And I tell you, Fabfilter just does the job right. They do the job right. And I'm not trying to promote Fabfilter, don't get me wrong, but they just do the job right. So if you're kind of new to the game, you can actually see what de-essing is taking place. And we'll listen to this vocal up here, the rap part, and we'll see what this is doing. So let's take a listen real quick.
Oh no, hold up, tell me, really, can it be? My homie Isaiah just got hit by one of them IEDs. My heart is broken, I feel my life's been taken from me. How is it I'm still alive when I feel like I can't even breathe? Oh no, hold up, tell me, really, can it be? My homie Isaiah just got hit by one of them IEDs. My heart is broken, I feel my life's been taken from me. How is it I'm still alive when I feel like I can't even breathe? Oh no.
Okay, so as you can hear, when I bypassed it, those S's, they just kind of jumped out. The vocal got a little bit more sizzle to it, which I really don't like. But the other thing I like about this plugin is that you can see what's going on in real time. You can see what's being de-essed in real time. And that's what Fabfilter, they do it right, where you can see things. And a lot of times with this plugin, I like the male split band, which I got it on currently, or it also has the single vocal female split band. So I like to just put that on there. I don't spend a whole lot of time trying to tweak this thing too much unless it really needs it. But for the most part, I just put that thing on there and let it do what it do. All right. So we're gonna go back to the female on the hook, and we're gonna continue there with my number 3. My number 3. So I'm about to say number 4 a while ago, but my number 3 plugin is, drum roll please. I don't have one, but my number 4 is the 1176. 1176 by UAD. All right. All right. To learn more about this plugin, you can go and watch my video I released, Compression Made Easy. I'll leave a link down below for you guys if you want to check it out. And I love this compressor because it's aggressive. You can actually use this pretty much on anything, just like anything else. And if you're a beginner, these type of plugins are good for beginners because you don't have all the other parameters that you have to deal with. You got to input and you got to output. You got to attack and release. So to find out more about this compressor and what the capabilities are, go check out my video that I put out, Compressor Made Easy, and I'll leave a link below. But with this compressor, I like to use it as a 4-to-1 ratio. It's fast anyway, but I like to set my attack time pretty much up the middle. Release, I'll play around with it a little bit. But what's important here is that I'm trying to get between 3 to 5 dB of gain reduction, and sometimes more depending on what the vocal needs. So let's take a listen with the compressor on, and then I'll bypass it.
Hard down, I'm talking flatline. Hard down, where is life? How can I breathe again?
Okay, as you can hear, the vocal popped forward. It had more presence. It got smoother, more control. And one thing I didn't look at, and I'll just play it back again, and I'm gonna shorten this loop so I can hear the hook with the drums playing. And I don't know exactly how much gain reduction I had. So let's take another look.
Hard down, I'm talking flatline. Hard down, hard.
So on this vocal, as you can see, I didn't have a whole lot of gain reduction going on. And sometimes it just doesn't need it because I'm doing some compression as I'm recording the vocal. And then I'm controlling it with some subtractive EQ on some resonant frequencies, things that may be sticking out prior to. So this is the FET. Find out more about it. Go check out my video. All right, so let's talk about my number two plugin, and that will be the Spectre. All right, here we go. Spectre by Wave Factory. Now, this plugin is used like an EQ. It's like a graphical EQ. If you can see here, it's got all the frequencies here. It's like a graphical EQ, but it's not a graphical EQ, okay? That's what it's not, okay? This plugin works like a graphical EQ. It adds color to your vocal while introducing some harmonics with a variety of saturation algorithms. And we can take a look here at the bottom where it says stereo. So basically, it's just adding like an EQ right now on this vocal. Oh, actually, that's not it. Excuse me. Solid is what I'm talking about. Excuse me. Solid. And you got the different types of saturation here. Warm, tube, tape, and so forth on down the line, okay? Now, some cases I might use warm if I want to smooth that top end out a little bit more. But for the most part, I just keep it on solid. And as you can see here, I don't have a whole lot of additive stuff going on this vocal, as you can see, right? I don't have a whole lot. I just got a high shelf here, adding some at 10K and just barely touching these other frequencies here. Don't take a whole lot. So let's take a listen real quick with that on. Let's go.
Hard down, I'm talking flatline. Hard down, where is life? How can I breathe? Hard down, I'm talking flatline. Hard down, where is life? How can I breathe? Hard down, I'm talking flatline. Hard down, where is life?
All right, so as I bypass that and engage that, you can hear the vocal getting some more air in it, getting more presence, and also it just got exciting. It got more exciting when I engaged that plugin. So this is Spectre, great plugin. I loved it. I love it, you know, more so than EQ because it's just basically adding harmonics. All right, just adding harmonics to the parts of the vocal that to complement the vocal, the good parts of the vocal. And so, yeah, I love to use this plugin. All right, so my number one, we're about to get to my number one plugin. My number one plugin, drum roll, please. Hey, I ain't got no drum roll, but here we go. So my number one plugin is the Pro Q3. However, now I'm using the Pro Q4, but for this mix, I use the Pro Q3. So this Pro Q3, and I'll play it.
Hard down, I'm talking flatline. Hard down, where is life? How can I breathe? Hard down, I'm talking flatline. Hard down, where is life? How can I breathe? Hard down.
All right, heart down, heart down, heart down. All right, so this plugin right here, I tell you, I mainly use it for surgical EQ, also known as subtractive EQ. And what I love about it is the frequency analyzer. It shows you what's going on with your vocal. It shows you the range of your vocal, the dynamics of your vocal, and it's just a game changer. Just being able to see that, and also to be able to freeze it. And I'll do it in a second, because you know you get the best of both worlds. Not only do you see it, but you also can hear what exactly is going on with the vocal. And also, this thing has some awesome curves here. Now, I won't get into all this in this video, but it has some awesome curves. And but I won't, you know, I ain't gonna deep dive into it. But let's look at this plugin again. And so what I'm doing here is I'm rolling off what I don't need, all this low rumble stuff. Because if you looked at the analyzer, the vocal, low end of the vocal just doesn't go that far down. And so by me doing a high pass here, rolling it off, I'm saving myself some headroom and all that stuff for other things. And yeah, I'm cleaning it up on the low side. And then I got a low shelf here just to control some more of that mud. And I got it about 137, but it's just pressing this down a little bit. And so it's going to hit a little bit up in here, just control a little bit more of that low end mud and so forth. And then what I did, I just took and cleaned up some resonant frequencies that I didn't like in the vocal. And I also did a dynamic, and that's something else that's special about this plugin, is that it has dynamic EQ capabilities. Okay, so I can dip something out at a moment that is there, but when it's not there, then nothing happens. It's not affecting that frequency. So that's what's great about using that dynamic. It's not affecting that frequency. So let's take a listen again, and let's look at the display again, and I'll let it highlight so you can see what's going on.
Hard down, I'm talking flatline. Hard down, where is life? How can I breathe? Hard down, I'm talking flatline. Hard down, where is life? How can I breathe? Hard down.
Okay, so check it out. That is my top 5 vocal plugins. Now, as you can see, this display here on the Fabfilter Pro Q3 is showing some stuff sticking out. Now, you don't want to try to tame everything, okay? Trust me, you don't want to tame everything or get rid of some of the characteristics of a vocal when you're doing subtractive EQ. You just want to kind of take out some stuff that you don't like, but don't pretty much destroy the entire vocal by taking out all the characteristics of the vocal, okay? Because you want to keep something there so it sounds like the artist, okay? So check it out. That's it, man. That's it. That's my top 5 vocal plugins. Until I find something better, this is what I'll be using on my vocal chain. Now you might say, you got this set in stone vocal chain. Well, listen, if there's something in my vocal chain that I don't need, then I just cut it off. I mean, but it's there in case I do need it. Because I know a lot of people would say, and a lot of producers, not producers, but engineers would say, I use what's needed. Well, I do too. What I got on my vocal chain is what I need. Now, whether I use it or I change it out depending on what I'm hearing, like I did in this example with this de-esser versus this de-esser. So it was something that I liked about the other de-esser that I didn't like about this one, and I didn't want to spend the time trying to dial this de-esser in when I had another de-esser that pretty much did the job for me, okay? And this is another de-esser, but I won't talk about it in this video. I'm just showing it to you. It's a great de-esser, but I won't talk about it in this video. So anyway, that's my top 5. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you got any plugins that's your top 5 vocal plugins, leave them in the comments below. I'd like to know what your top 5 vocal plugins are. And if you got any questions or any comments, of course, leave a comment below, right? Leave a comment below. Be sure to like and subscribe this video, like and subscribe to my channel, and also hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when I do release other tutorials. Hope you enjoy yourself. This is Don T Records Music Group. I'll see you next time. Peace. Let's go.